Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight I'm going to show you a few tips on how to play World of Warships Legends a little bit better, and I'm going to do that by showing you this replay where I did 201,000 damage and I clutched the victory right there at the end. So the first thing I always do is take a look at the team list and see especially what the destroyers are. I got 2 Mayhans and a Bliskovicha this time around. The rest of the ships, depending on what I'm playing, yeah, I want to look at them too. But for this particular one, the destroyers are the most important. Especially since I'm a Nakatsuki, I want to be knowing what kind of support I have. I've got 2 battleships right there behind me, and I want to know what my competition is directly for these caps, because I'm the guy who needs to get in there and get the caps because I have a really good detection range, as in I can only be seen from 5.7 kilometers away. If I had enough money for camouflage, I'd only be seen from 5.4 kilometers away. So yeah, it's my job to get in there and get this cap. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send my torpedoes out. Because, you know, console allows us to do this right off the bat, which, you know, it gets things interesting really quickly. So I've sent them out in the hopes that maybe I'll catch one of their destroyers as he's coming in here to mess with me. Or, you know, maybe I'll get lucky and hit something else. So I'm trying to spot something here. I know that there's some ships over here, so we got a Nagato and a Fuso coming around. I'm going to start going in reverse here, and I'm not going to use my guns, my one gun that's pointed this way right now, because it's not really going to do too much. You know, maybe I'll get a fire, but at this stage of the game, I really don't want to announce my presence unless I have to, because a lot of ships are likely to shoot at me if I become detected. So I'm just going to kind of sit here and keep reversing and spotting these guys from my teammates, and hopefully they'll be able to get some damage. But he's launching a plane now, so that's the end of that. I need to get behind this island so he can't shoot me when I become spotted by that, because that's definitely going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and send some torpedoes at this guy because he's really close now. He's actually in the cap with me, so he doesn't have a whole lot of time to change course and dodge these. Now they might get spotted, but you know, I might get lucky as well. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the cap because I've narrowly avoided getting spotted by that plane. But there's another plane that's, yeah, it just appeared on the screen over there. Once he gets within 5 kilometers, my AA will open up on him. So I'm going to get spotted, even though I'm only supposed to get spotted from 3 kilometers away by aircraft. But, you know, that's something that Wargaming is working on right now, apparently. So anyway, looks like I'm going to get a couple hits on this Nagato, and yeah, he's almost dead now. But the Mayhan did show up, so there was a destroyer here. I'm calling him out because you should always attack destroyers first, no matter what. They are so dangerous, especially in the early. Well, really, they're dangerous at any point in the game. They get more dangerous as the game goes along, really. But they're very important to the early game for grabbing caps, and I really can't go in this cap if there's a Mayhan there. Me and a Mayhan in a one-on-one gunfight, it's not going to go that well. But the Mayhan looks to be hunting me down, which is, hey, that's exactly what he should do. So I saw where he was coming, so I'm going to try to put some torpedoes down right about where his lead indicator was. And if he decides to come straight around that corner, they might hit him, but no. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot at him because he's close enough that I would have been spotted. But he actually turns away. He doesn't want to get into this gunfight, so, I mean, alright, that's fine. He decides to shoot at what looks like a battleship, or maybe one of our other destroyers. Now, my torpedoes are actually going to scare him out of that smoke screen. So he just, I guess, wasted it for the most part. But now he's heading back towards it. Missed a few shots here, and he's gone undetected. So maybe my torps will get lucky on him, maybe they won't. I'm still being spotted by something, so there might be another destroyer out here somewhere. And I'm kind of looking for that right now. But it doesn't appear, if there is one out here, he's staying stealthed up. So we just lost another ship in the northern flank. The northern flank has been completely lost now. There's just a cruiser up there, it looks like, and he's probably not going to last too long against 3 ships. So at the south flank, we've got a battleship down there, and there's some other ships near me. So I'm thinking, well, we just need to win a flank right now. We need to cap B, which it looks like we're doing now, and we need to win a flank. So I'm going to go ahead and send a full send on this Fuso, and the Fuso is not paying attention. He's looking at something else. It looks like he's looking at that battleship over there. There's a destroyer in front of me firing at him. There's a destroyer right behind me that's now firing at him, and he's looking away. He's not looking at my torpedoes, and, well, if you're not looking at the destroyers that are firing at you, that will happen. Like, the guy, this destroyer was beached over here on this mountain firing at him. That battleship could have done lots of damage to him if he'd actually noticed him, but he was probably, you know, in his zoom. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, man. Excuse me. Just a slight dose of surprise butt sex there. No harm intended. Anyway, moving right along. So there's a New Orleans there. He's up just about out of range, and he's moving away. So if I shoot torps at him, I'm probably not going to hit him. Now, I could go ahead and send them, thinking that maybe I'll hit one of their destroyers in that cap. But right now, I know that their Mayhem is still out there messing with that battleship of ours that's trying to cap B. I have both of our allied destroyers here with me. So if there is a destroyer here, I've got a lot of gunfire support in close range. Especially since I've got Raitso Tanaka at level 15 equipped, which means that my torpedoes reload faster, but my guns reload slower. So right now, taking a look at this New Orleans again, and here in just a second, the Błyskawica is actually about to pop up. So there he is. So we've noticed him heading towards this cap. So we know we're about to get into a fight with him. Now my allied destroyers are going to go ahead and open up on him, which, you know, they're gunboats, that's fine. But for me, I'm going to stay undetected, see if I can't get into A and start capping it. 64,000 damage so far. Only 2 gun hits. Remember that 2 gun hits as we start this next engagement, because things are about to get really close range and really interesting really fast. So the Błyskawica, it's a pretty fast ship, and he's already closing in on us pretty good here. And he's well inside of our gun range. I'm going to go ahead and open up on him as soon as I get the chance to, because he's engaged with my other allied destroyers. So I should be pretty well safe to go ahead and enter this gunfight. And I already know that their battleship and their New Orleans have gone behind the cliff, so I'm pretty much safe from them. So we need to kill this guy right now. Now he's turned broadside from me. It looks like his engine's out, judging by the flames coming out of his smokestack. But since he's turning broadside to me, that means he's probably launching torps. He just fixed his engine. And he's trying to get away, but one more shot will take him out. But torpedoes to starboard, so I don't really have time to watch him die. Right now, gotta engage the torpedo beats. We don't actually have torpedo beats. We're too low budget for that. But you know, if you want torpedo beats, go ahead and leave a like or a comment. Follow me on YouTube. Maybe I'll get some torpedo beats next time. Oh yeah. Alright. So, torpedoes successfully beaten. I'm going to go ahead and do a full send on this Fuso, because it looks like he's going to continue on that course. In the meantime, oh, there he is. I was just about to wonder where the New Orleans went. Now, as soon as my guns come out of lines, I'm going to go ahead and start shooting at him, because I see that he's shooting at somebody else. Now, I've got high explosive loaded, and I actually kind of make a mistake here by switching to armor piercing. He's a little bit too far away for my armor piercing to do much good against him. The New Orleans, it has some armor. My guns are going to have trouble penetrating him at this angle and this range. So I really need to switch back to high explosives if I'm going to keep shooting at him. So he just took out one of my turrets, and I've hit the engine boost to try to get in behind the smoke a little bit. I actually make another mistake by hitting the repair there on that gun, but I'm thinking I'm going to maybe need that gun. And hey, I just got 3-4 torpedo hits on that battleship and a high caliber, and he's dead. Somebody else shot him. Alright, I don't really have time to celebrate that right now, though, because his New Orleans is almost full health and he's really close. Now, at this kind of range, my armor piercing can do some good, and he's giving me a pretty good broadside. So I'm going to go ahead and keep shooting at him with the AP here, and my destroyer friend is activating his smoke screen again, but at that kind of range, it doesn't do him any good. He's in the assured detected range of 2 kilometers. But, so we're going to keep shooting at him in this. Since he's giving a broadside, we're still doing a lot of damage, and he's going to take one of my torpedoes here. But you can see our destroyer's engine was taken out there, and he really couldn't stop. He ended up ramming the guy. So, well, that's 2 more kills. Not for me, but team on that one. And we've done 143,000 damage so far. We now have 36 gun hits after that, from the 2 that we had before that engagement. We've got 10 torpedo hits. high caliber, and 1 devastating strike. We've got about 5.5 minutes left in the game. Now, here's the problem. They've held C this entire time. We just finally capped A, but that's our first cap. We haven't been gaining any points up till now. So what that means is, no matter what, we're going to have to sink both of the enemy ships if we're going to win this game. What we've done so far just isn't quite enough. And that realization has just dawned on me while I was playing this game too. So I kind of just took a deep breath and decided to keep on heading up here into B and hopefully draw them in. And I'm hoping that once they see that I'm capping B, they'll turn in to try to get their kills, right? The smart thing for them to do right now is to just turn away. Like, they don't need to fight us. They're going to win regardless. They should just turn away and try to survive for the next 5 minutes. They might, get some damage done, in the meantime. But if all they have to do right now is survive, and they will win this game. But if they come at us, and we are given the chance to kill them, we can actually pull this around. But it's going to be hard even now to actually turn this game around because there's just so little time left. I'm going to go ahead and do a full send on this Pensacola because I need to get behind this island as soon as possible, because I'm pretty much expecting this Pensacola to pop his plane if he has it. And which is exactly the right thing for him to do. As soon as I go undetected, bam, there he goes, he pops it. That's exactly the right thing for him to do if he's going to be in an engagement with me. But again, he shouldn't be taking this engagement. That's the right thing for him to do, is to just say nope and get out of here. But he's going to keep on going. He sees my torpedoes, so he's going to turn in. He's not going to hit any of those. And more than likely, either he or that plane just spotted all of my torpedoes. They're not going to be able to do any good to that battleship. The battleship's going to be able to avoid them too. So now, what I'm trying to do now is I need to get eyes on that Pensacola. I need to know where he is and which side of this island he's going to go around. That way I can know where to send my next torpedoes. Because I'm pretty sure he's about to come around this island trying to kill me. And I just don't know where yet. But here he is. He's just popped up on the mini-map. And so now he's coming around this way. Now that's sonar, or hydroacoustic search that's spotting me there. That means that my torpedoes probably got spotted as soon as I put them in the water, or they're about to get spotted very shortly. So I'm not really planning on any of those to hit, and I keep one set of them. Now he's giving me a pretty good broadside, and he's pretty close, so I switched back to armor piercing from high explosive there. And yeah, we're doing some pretty good damage, but he's turned in now to dodge my torps. Now I see that I'm about to hit the islands. I'm maneuvering to try to make sure I don't get hit by anything. I'm going to go ahead and hit the island so I can get into reverse a little bit faster. Now he's still turned in, so I'm using high explosive, but I see now he's starting to turn to give me broadside. I switched to armor piercing right after that last salvo. And at this kind of range, armor piercing on the Akatsuki, well, that happens. So now we've got 2 Citadels, high caliber and Confederate, 151,000 damage, 52 gun hits, 10 torpedo hits, 7 floodings, and a whole bunch more, and it's not enough. We're still going to lose this game in 2 minutes and 15 seconds if I don't kill this battleship, or if we don't kill this battleship. So, torpedoes are back up. The speed boost is coming off cooldown now. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And I'm really expecting this guy to come around this corner. Judging by his last position on the map, he was coming around this corner. And if he's coming full speed, that means he should be here really soon. And I'm detected, which means he's really close. And there he is. He's right next to me. Now he's turning in a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead into a full send on kind of both sides of the aiming marker and directly at it. I'm going to hit the brakes and pop the smoke for the first time in this entire game. And I'm just going to sit here, switch to high explosive, and try to burn him in case my torpedoes miss. But they're not going to miss. He's doing the wrong thing. He's turning out instead of turning in. He's making himself a huge target. And so that happens. And that, my friends, is how you do 201,000 damage with 2 Citadel hits and an Akatsuki. 600,000 credits, 5,730 experience, which is actually 3820 base experience. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube.